Hello, welcome to another episode of the Horror Vision Horror Podcast. My name is Sean,
And I'm Missy.
and we're going to give you a kind of a you might have missed it movie here. So, Missy, what are we going to talk about today? And we're going to start spoiler free because this is on Prime right now. It's included. We want people to see this movie, and then we'll roll the chainsaw. And when you hear that, if you haven't seen it, like many of you maybe haven't, turn this off and you can come back later or don't come back. The object is to get you to see the movie. So what's the movie?
Okay. Also, if you don't have Prime, it's also on Tubi for free. The movie is Wake Up. It officially came out in 2023. I think that was only festivals and it had a limited theatrical run last year. I want to say it was in January of 2025 where it popped into theaters for about a week. This is Wake Up. It was done by the film collective RKSS, Roadkill Superstar, who also did Turbo Kid and Summer of '84, which are also both very, very good movies.
Yeah, Summer '84 is like one of my favorites.
I love Turbo Kid. I really like Summer of '84 too. The first time I saw it, I was fucking riveted, but
I didn't like it the first time. That's why the second time when I understood what they were doing, I was like, oh my God, I was so wrong. This movie's so fucking amazing. So, but yeah, so this is Anouk Wassell and Yon Carl, and apparently the collective is bigger, and I think they're just a part of it. But either way, it's an RKSS movie. It says it right, in the opening credits. I'm assuming maybe the other people in the collective help. They're like
right.
grips or ADs or whatever, cinematographer. So you've seen this what, 3 times?
3 times, yeah. I did have the pleasure of seeing it in the theater. Our friend Chris, he happened to see it a couple days before me and messaged me, hey, if you get a chance to see this in a theater, this is like exactly your jam, you should go. And it so happened that on my day off, it had like one screening in the afternoon, and I got a whole theater to myself, which is always a big treat for me. I mean, I want people to go to theaters. I also like when I get an empty one to myself.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, this is a slasher movie that pretty much takes place in like an IKEA. I've never been to an IKEA,
You're not missing anything.
but I think it's a really fun setting for a horror movie. You've got these activist kids, and nothing good ever happens to activists in horror movies.
That's so true.
Like ever, like Green Inferno, anybody?
You
No,
will pay
but
for your idealism.
these activist kids sneak into an IKEA and they're going to vandalize it and make in protest for the animals and the rainforests that are being killed and destroyed to make this cheap furniture or whatever. And they get trapped inside an IKEA with a security guard who does primitive hunting as his hobby, and it goes from there. It's one of those, like, I really like slasher movies and just horror movies in general that it's like one night, one event.
Yeah, survive the night.
Right, survive the night. This is one of those. It's got good practical effects, good gore. There's a couple, like there's one death in particular that I really, really like. This movie is super immersive. It immerses you completely in its world. Once you walk into the IKEA, you don't leave. I love its look, the visuals. All of the characters are wearing these animal masks that are different colors, and everything with them is color coded. There's really interesting use of color. There's even a scene that's done with glow in the dark paint. Like, it's just a really creative, fun indie movie. Sure, it's a slasher, and as Jessica Lacey says, the way to do a good slasher is you have to do the same things but do it different. This doing the same things, but it's different in that our slasher doesn't wear a mask. We know who it is, but they're trapped in here with him. It's got a bit of a bite to it, but like it's a little bit mean. not too mean, but
It's not overly mean.
it's not overly mean, but it's still got a bit of a bite to it. And I mean, I think it's outstanding. Good practical effects. They built sets. They're not relying on CGI. Like this is everything I love.
Right.
So you just watched this a little while ago.
Yeah,
You've
I
never
just
seen it
finished it.
before.
I had
I
never seen
mean,
it before. I remember when you saw it and Chris saw it, and I missed it in the theater. I don't remember why, but it was like I don't even think it was there a week. I think it was there like
it
a
was
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it just was a weekend I couldn't go, so I missed it.
maybe. I think it got
Um,
a week by me, but it was only getting like a showing in the afternoon and then a showing at like 10 o'clock.
right, right. Um, and I'm glad you brought this up because I didn't know it was on Prime or anything like that. It was off my radar again, and I know that this made your list last year as an honorable mention because of the release date kerfuffle.
Hmm.
So I had wanted to see it and just forgot about it. I just finished it like 2 hours ago. I really, really, really enjoyed it. As soon as I saw that RKSS was involved, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, they had a movie. I think the movie before this one, something like We Are Zombies or something like that. I gave that a
Okay.
shot. I don't know. I'll probably have to try it again because I generally really like their movies. They all, well, Summer of '84 is like one, like the bite is severe. I mean, it is,
Yeah.
the whole movie. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because eventually we'll cover it on like Elements of
Hmm.
Horror or something. But yeah, it just, wow, the ending is very like,
Yeah.
holy fuck.
That movie
And
was
this
kind of
is,
devastating when I
yes,
saw it.
yes, and this is similar. I felt like it had one ending too many, this particular movie, Wake Up,
I
but
could see that.
it was fine. It didn't ruin anything. But overall, like it's like you said, the colors, the animal masks, kind of reminiscent of the masks in Killing Zoe, the old uh, Roger Avery movie from the '90s. But homemade, like clearly the characters made them, and they're like not exactly neon pastel, but kind of. They're like
They're
I don't know what
kind of neon.
the colors are like more in that vein, and so it stands out. Um, if you look it up, you'll see it on the the thumbnail or the
It's on the
poster or
cover.
whatever. Yeah, so you'll know what we're talking about. But I, I, I thought I was going to hate the characters, and I can't say that I mean, obviously, as you get into the group of activists, right off the
Hmm.
bat, it's a little bit annoying. It's like, okay, are you really doing this to stop the fucking rainforest deforestation, or are you doing this to go viral? Because
Hmm.
it's questionable. I mean,
Right.
maybe it's going viral would help, but help your point. But I don't know. I question. I mean, what they're like early 20s or whatever. So I remember being slightly more ideal at that point.
Hmm.
But it is. There's so many things like okay with the security guards. It's like you think as you're meeting them and you're seeing their situation, you think you know what's going to happen because it's like, oh, okay, I see what's going to happen because it's a slasher movie, and then that doesn't happen, and
Hmm.
it is a slasher movie, but it's in a way it's also not like
Right.
it becomes one for sure, but it's more complex than just like automaton killing machine moving
Right.
through the store killing victims one by one, and the complexity I really appreciated. I mean, it's not the most complex movie, but it's more complex than just your standard slasher. Nothing wrong with your standard slasher at all. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really enjoyed it visually, sonically. Uh,
Hmm.
the, again, like you said, practical effects were great, and just overall, I mean, it's an hour and like
It's like
I
an
don't
hour,
know.
20 minutes. And it's pretty high octane. Like
Mm-hmm.
it gets going right from the jump. Uh, and the score has like this kind of crunchy bass line that pulls you through the movie. Everything starts happening pretty quickly, and then like just enjoy the ride. It's not
Yeah,
draggy, and it's not draggy. And like everything about it is kind of loud. The colors, the so I mean you're it's gonna grab you.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely. And also, like, I guess what I was saying, where like I thought I was going to dislike the characters, so that was I was like, oh, is this just going to be a movie where like I don't care that they're being killed because I just think that they're idiots? But it ended up not being that. Um, so that I also appreciated that because that can be fine, but at the same time, it's
Hmm.
like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of that now where it's like I don't know. I mean, if I
Well,
just hate your characters, all of them, I
right.
is it
I
really
don't
that?
care.
Yeah, it's so it's not that. I mean, I wouldn't say like I loved any of the characters, but they're again more complex than just like cannon fodder, slobs. So
Yeah, for a movie that's only an hour 20, like they're decently fleshed out characters.
yeah,
Like they've all got like we get to learn a bit about them and their relationships, and they've all got some depth.
I
They're
mean,
not flat.
they're not flat, but most of it, you learn one particular thing about one character that I was like, oh, that's cool. That like I understand. She's probably got the best reason for being here. I mean, we don't know that, but maybe. But really, they're fleshed out by the way they interact with each other, and I mean, a couple of them are a little bit less dimensional, but overall, it the story and the situation as it evolves kind of deepens them a little bit. So.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, folks, solid watch. Missy, great pick, and I think people will definitely enjoy this movie.
Yeah, it's a fun ride. Like if you've not heard about it, please check it out. It's we want to support the indies and movies like this remind me why I love movies so much. I mean, yes, it's a slasher movie. It's not super deep, but this is exactly my jam. I had a blast with it. These people make good movies. I didn't even realize they were the ones who did Summer of '84, which is awesome and fucking just devastated me when I saw it. But I
Yeah.
love Turbo Kid, and I knew they were connected with that. And I've not seen the zombie one, but I'll have to give that a spin.
What do you think? Should we get out the chainsaw?
Yep.
All right, folks. If you've not seen this movie, just turn us off and go watch it. And you can come back later and hear us talk about it. Or like I said before, you don't have to. But I haven't talked to Missy about this yet, so I want to talk about it, and we're already rolling. So here's the chainsaw. Spoilers ahead. I so thought. So first of all, Turlo Convery, who I had recently seen, I think at the beginning of 2025 in the movie called The Damned, which I don't really remember the movie. I remember enjoying the movie. I don't really remember it. Um, he's been in a couple other things. I keep thinking of him as the evil Jeremy Gardner.
I kind of thought the same thing when I watched this. He reminds me of Jeremy Gardner too.
I, I
um,
thought for sure he was going to kill his brother in that, you know what I mean? Like any other any like 80s slasher movie, that would have absolutely been
right.
the setup. When he laughs at him, I'm like,
Hmm.
okay. And then they didn't do that, and that was the first. Like I was like, okay, I really like that. I really, really
Hmm.
liked that.
So I know I mentioned I'm gonna ask you what your favorite death was, but I really like how they give us this little bit of backstory with the security guard, Kevin, who does this primitive hunting and then as his hobby, like he builds bows and arrows and things to hunt creatures. So we see this trap in the beginning of the movie that snaps on the rat. We don't see it happen. We hear the rat squeak. You don't actually see the
Yeah,
rat
no
get
rat
hurt.
was actually harmed. Yeah,
Right, right, right. Um, because I know myself included, a lot of people are very sensitive to that. But later on, then he builds this fucking rat trap again, and he gets the cat girl.
yeah.
And I mean that trap and that whole scene is just fucking wicked.
I had not even connected that with the rat trap at the beginning, so I'm glad that just deepened my appreciation. I really liked the way they
It's
played
very
with.
similar. It's very similar. I mean, he built it from things in
Yeah, no, it is. As
the
soon as you said it, I
store,
was like, oh,
but
of course. Yeah, the exact same thing, on a larger scale.
yeah,
I love the way they played with that though, because there's a tripwire and there's like a bunch of people almost walking into it, and then literally the person that walked into it, I had forgotten about it. And that's hard to do because it wasn't over the span of like very long, right? Like, so they did a really fucking good job with that. I really appreciated that.
yeah, that whole scene is well played too, because they'll show it to you and then something else happens and then they show it to like they keep reminding you so you don't forget, but you
Yeah,
still forget because it's put together so well.
yeah, it is. It really is. Yeah, I think that would probably be my favorite. I mean, not all the deaths like super stand out. I mean, the first death is really raw because
Hmm.
it just is. It needs to be because it's like his like kind of it's the bridge he crosses that he can't come back
Right.
from, you know. Um, and there's other other people. Well, and technically, the girl that gets caught in the rat trap doesn't die because of the rat trap.
Right.
Uh, but
There's a whole thing, but
even like they're like nihilistic like downer tendencies as filmmakers really shines through because then like when she dies in the office I was like oh like it's like oh here's the hope at the end of the tunnel, oh she's dead. And then
yep.
like what I said about one ending too many, so the first ending it was almost like that dangerous animals thing, but I thought it was with dangerous animals I was like okay I feel like it'd be great if this is the ending, but I don't feel like we're at the proper runtime yet, so it's probably not. Okay, yeah, it's not. So with this, I was like, oh my god, it goes black, and then it's like, I'm like, please, 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 and then it comes back up. I'm like, oh come on, no, 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 and then it has this thing that I just didn't think needed to be there, and then it does it again, but then the last. So if they had taken the girl in the door, eschewed the tableau
Hmm.
second ending and then just done the last ending, where it's like, oh, some time has passed. That would have been ideal for me, but
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't need four endings, but yeah, it it was fun.
yeah, no,
It
it was
was
fine.
fun.
And the extra one didn't hurt anything. I just was
No,
like,
yeah,
I don't know
I
why
don't
it's
think it
here,
took
but
away from it.
no, it didn't. It was still very enjoyable. That third act, dude, you referenced like the sequence with the fluorescent paint.
I love that. It's so fucking creepy too.
Oh my God. Just that right there, like there's no way I could have not liked this movie no matter what came before it. I mean that I just saw that I'm like, "Oh my God." Like fucking
It's
brilliant.
such a cool scene, and I don't remember ever seeing anything like that before. Do you?
I don't either. I mean there could be something, but nothing nothing comes to
Nothing
mind. I
comes to
felt
mind.
I felt like that was the first time I'd seen that, and also it's like a fairly obvious. I'm like, oh, it's obvious, right?
Such cool use of color too.
Yeah,
And I like
very.
the way it carries through. Like, I love all the animal masks, and then they've all got the phones that have the animal icons on it that are
Yeah,
the characters are all color coded,
yeah,
so it's easy to keep track of them.
yeah, and I like you said, they go in, and the idea is like they go in half an hour before closing and disappear into the store, and how easy it would be. A great setting, like it's a
Hmm.
massive store with a warehouse and all. Like it would be very easy for somebody to hide in a store like that and wait for the doors
Yep.
to lock. So I thought that was a cool setting for this, and I liked the whole evolution of the killer, and I thought Turlo Convery did just a great job embodying this. Just really, just I don't know. I mean, he's just a marginal person. Like, probably doesn't seem like he's got many people in his life other than his brother and the mother that's mentioned a couple times, and
Hmm.
uh, is
Hey, you
just
kind of feel bad for him.
I don't know that. I mean, maybe I don't know. I mean, yeah, I thought for sure he was going to kill his brother in that office, and
I
especially
Yeah,
when his brother's like, "Why don't you watch football and drink like other people?" I'm just
yeah,
like, "Oh,
do
kill this
something
guy."
normal.
Yeah, just kill this guy. Uh, but that's not what happens, and I really appreciated that, and even like the whole thing where like he staggers back into it at one point, and I was like, "Oh, are they going to become like a fucking killing duo now?" You know, like that. There's a couple little suspension of disbelief things. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Because he
it's that
really
easy.
looked dead, and then he just shows back up like he's fine.
Yes, and like I don't think it's that. I don't think you can just go to the top of the store and knock out something on the store's roof to affect the cell service. That doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know,
know. Uh,
but they were trying to solve the cell phone problem,
yeah, of
so
course, of course. I mean, and like
and it worked enough.
it
Like
worked. Exactly.
it
It's like
worked enough,
ultimately, who cares? It's fine, you know. So
right? Yeah, I didn't care about that really. I just like that, like it it, it feels fresh.
yeah, it does.
It and it's still doing the slashery things that I wanted to do, but it's giving me something different. Like
Yeah.
I I think the setting's great, and I love those kind of settings where they immerse you in this one place and
Hmm.
you get to explore, this IKEA or hospital or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like I kept thinking it's a little bit of an update of Intruder, you know, the
Yeah,
supermarket movie from the
the
80s. Like
supermarket
not
one.
quite, but it's there's there's a line could be drawn from that to this. So I think that's pretty cool.
And I mean, Convery was great, but I also think the guy who plays Ethan,
Yes.
Benny Arthur,
Yes.
is he's the blue goat, and I think he's fucking outstanding.
He's the character I didn't hate.
I was rooting for him.
Him
Like,
and Yasmin, I think I didn't hate. I mean, the rest of them,
mm-hmm.
I, I didn't really like Kareem or Tyler. Grace was kind of a non-entity, you know. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I agree. I thought Benny Arthur as Ethan. I think he was the, for that side for the quote unquote good guys, the cannon fire.
Right. I mean, I don't know if they're really the good guys. I don't
They're
know if you're
not.
supposed to like them or not, but I did like him.
I liked. I really liked the fact that like he was given Kareem a hard time about like if I had my way, you wouldn't be here doing this with us or
Hmm.
whatever. And then as soon as he got in trouble, Kareem, and he was like, like the
He's like,
point where
I'm not going to leave him.
I'm not going to leave him. Like I love, and really,
And he says he's one of us. Like
he's one of us.
he earned his
And
spot.
Kareem didn't really do that. He has an opportunity. Grace comes to help him, and he turns around and he's like, sorry, leaves
And
her
he
in a terrible
runs. Yeah,
situation. Uh, I mean, Tyler just fuck that guy. Like,
right.
oh man.
But I just, yeah, I love the world that they create. And I mean, I think they nail it on all fronts. And I mean, and these filmmakers, they they specifically avoid CGI and
Yeah,
want they want everything to feel tactile and real. And I think it does. They
I
put
think it
you in
does.
that place.
Agreed. Totally agree.
I I've never been to an IKEA, and I will never think about one in any way other than, like, I will not think about IKEA and not think about this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you're looking for something fresh and new and you've not heard of Wake Up, like, definitely check it out and um check out their other movies too, because Turbo Kid that's super fun, and Summer of '84 is that one's dark,
Summer
like good
'84 is
dark,
just a
but
movie
dark.
that it will look like,
It
especially when it
looks like
came.
something,
Well,
and it
yeah, it looks like it's just riffing on Stranger Things because it came out like around the first or second season of Stranger Things. It just looks
mhm,
like it's just oh another one of these kids on bikes. It's not.
it's not.
It puts on that mask,
Mhm.
but that's
To
not what it
lure you
is.
in, but when it bites, it fucking bites you.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's heavy. It's good. So all of those movies are worth checking out. But
Agreed. Agreed.
and
Uh,
thank you RKSS. We will watch more of your movies. Keep making
fuck
them.
yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay, that's Wake Up. It's on Prime. It's on Tubi. This is the Horror Vision. We are not on Prime or Tubi. My name is Sean.
I'm Missy.
When incoming high school senior Lisa McCready's boyfriend and classmates are brutally murdered at a party in the woods, the quiet suburban community of Sundown Hills transforms into a paranoid nightmare. Betrayal, corruption, and dark family secrets push Lisa dead center into a burgeoning class war where rival millionaires plot to steal the town's future between reliance on big oil and the incoming age of legalized weed, electric cars, and social conscience. As she struggles for answers, the killings continue, and Lisa finds the world she knew is little more than a lie to placate the masses and keep a satanic 1% in power. From the demented mind of Sean C. Baker, author of Murder Virus, A Collection of Desires, and Volume 4, comes Black Gloves and Broken Hearts, Teenage Giallo Mystery. Available now.